Hell yeah. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Guys, you guessed it. You guessed it. We are making a spaghetti. We are making a bit of spaghetti. All right. What's up, P4? Welcome to you. Welcome to you. Got that on there. Got a little chat going. How about we have a quick word from our sponsors before we move this party into the kitchen? I'm a little ahead of schedule tonight. I wasn't planning on being live until about 11 or a little after, but I left a little early tonight because this is going to be like the best sauce, guys. It's going to be the best sauce that I've ever made. And every single time that I make spaghetti, it ends up being the best that I've ever made. So, this sauce is going to be no different. So let's go. Like the video if it's no trouble, guys. I'd appreciate that. Let's go through the darkness. Hold everything. Don't get scared. Spaghetti does freaking rule, Bonghole. By the way, this one goes out to our homie Bonghole, who graciously provided our victuals for the night's meal. So shout out Bonghole, absolute legend of the game, hooking us up with some groceries for the spaghetti. And you guys saw it in the thumbnail, but actually let me bring that down a little bit. There we go. That gets the whole stove. Get that thing to stop swaying. Yeah. You guys saw our ingredients on the... Oh, but hell, we'll show you. Oh. Wait a second. We're back. We're back. When I unplugged it, the audio went a little bit. This is our... So we're using ground beef, a couple of onions, some thin spaghetti, canned crushed tomatoes, and tomato paste, of course. Nothing wrong with a stick of beef. Nothing in the world wrong with a nice stick of beef. Hell yeah, dude, that Whitney Houston was fire. So here's what we're gonna do first. I am changing it up today. I'm gonna make the sauce in this pan, and I'll do the noodles in the taller pan. First, bring you guys over here. Sunshine. Bring you guys over here for what we do next. I'm gonna get the... I don't even know what that's from in the world. I also want some sweet tea, but first I want to get these things going here. And I'm using about 2 pounds of this. So roughly this much. And this much can get put away. And we can use this tomorrow or the next day, but definitely the next day, if not tomorrow. Well, how did that work? Boy, these HEB bags sure are not Ziploc. They just won't even stay shut. See, it busts the air out of the middle. Well, that's not a great commercial. Look at that. It just, as soon as you squeeze it, well, you know what? How about this? Damn it. Modern problems require modern solutions. You sit just like that and don't unspin. And we can just... trying to get good angles for this next reel that we're gonna do. All right. Hell yeah, and this shouldn't take more than, I don't know, a fucking hour or so. What's up, dog? What's up, dog? Hell yeah, I'm filming right now. Everybody's here. I just got started. I'm gonna make a fuckload of spaghetti sauce if you feel. Oh, the old casino. I need to go back to casino. Which ones you get? Do you do a make your own?
I always get the buffalo burger every time. I mean,
I'm a KC guy.
I'll say the Kansas City.
KC with bacon.
I don't like ordering anything special. Just give me this. So I think about it. I don't have to worry about like things I don't like. Buffalo burger is good.
Buffalo's good. All right. Spaghetti, dude. It's gonna be a good one too. No, you're good. I don't need that yet. I'm gonna chop an onion in a little bit, but there's raw meat on this part, so.
I've had worse.
I know. I'm just letting you know. This is gonna be a good sauce though. We're using actual crushed tomatoes in the can instead of any kind of sauce in particular. I'm gonna chop up 2 onions, pretty nice. And once the meat is close to done, I'm gonna add the onions. Once the meat is close to done, I'm gonna throw the onions in here with it. Or maybe even a little sooner than that so the onions can soak up some of that grease. I'm trying to minimize how much grease I have to drain, because most of it will literally kind of just cook off if you cook it long enough. Well, it'll cook from the meat. From the meat. If you just keep cooking it for a long fucking time, it gets so damn crispy that it like, because once I add the wetness of the sauce, like the acidity and all them tomatoes is gonna loosen up any kind of, so the more crispy, the better. I'm using about 2 pounds of meat and 2 whole decent sized onions, probably 6 to 8 cans of crushed tomatoes. 6 to 8 of those, and at least one big can of paste, and I got another little can just in case. And I might sprinkle a little Parmesan in with it, but I haven't, because I add so much afterwards. Yeah. It might need, if I feel like it needs some salt when I taste it, I might add a little Parmesan to it, but we'll see. That'll be a game time decision. Hell yeah. What's up, Velvet? What's up, Jason? Jade, Jordan, Shane. Everybody, Netflix says, roast in peace. Bonghole. Got him. All right. So yes, this meat right here, we'll let it do its thing. And to be honest, I don't remember what I've done in the past. Got some basil here. We got some parsley here. We got more basil, more parsley. What I need is oregano. Where's some oregano at? Here's some oregano. And do I have any red pepper flakes? Basil, parsley, oregano. Do I have any more? Basil in here, or any other kind of some more oregano. Some cayenne. What are these things? So that's all rubs. Now that's one thing I didn't think about. We'll make do with what we've got. We'll make do with what we got. Also rub. Because for the amount that I'm making, I might need all of. So we got enough of that parsley. We got enough. Okay, so we got enough of what we need. All right, good. I might need all of what we've got, but shout out to Satch for the wonderful sounds of this stream coming at you live, guys. Got audio right here. Audio right here. 2 mics. We got the old sizzle mic going. I would have set up the extra camera stuff, but guys, it's a lot of effort. And to be honest, like, the angles aren't as good for clips as the single camera thing is. So it's nice to know that we have that for a moment in the future when we would need it. But this single cam shot is perfect, I think. Now let's, this thing falling. Hold on, let me. Isn't there a little screwdriver guy here? Yep, found it. Quit looking. We tighten up this guy here. Tight, tight. So that it don't be wanting to fall. Or droop none. so basically, I'm gonna cook this down until, honestly, I'm gonna just let it keep doing its thing because I want it to kind of adhere a little bit of it to the bottom. Started from the bottom. So we're gonna, I got one onion in this bag I need to use. And this is gonna be our trash bag, but this bag doesn't look as good for the picture that you take for the thumbnail. So these 2 onions right here, a little bit of hamburger meat. Honestly, that's fine. So we are going to cut some onions. Cutting these onions a little differently than we normally cut onions. Yeah, there's gonna be a little bit of a different rule on these onions. I'm just gonna chop the tippy top off of these. And try to remove this skin piece in one, and this one's going to be a problem for me. I can already tell. So that means that I'm just going to let this whole outer layer go because I'm not trying to fight with skin today. I'm leaving the butt, you see. I'm breaking this. This is a different slice than the way I'm doing onions normally for like a steak or something. Now this guy might come off nice. Maybe from this side. No, this guy, he wants to. There you go. Nice guy. All right. So that. And then actually we're going to take this guy off. From this side, and y'all hear that meat, that hamburger meat doing wonderful things over there in that pan? Now that we got the first half of this work done, we can go agitate that hamburger meat a little bit. Y'all don't need to see that. I'm just stirring hamburger meat. It's accumulating a lot of grease. So with this much meat, I'm definitely going to have to drain a bit. But it's almost to the point where I want it to be before I add them onions. So I want the onions and the hamburger meat to cook together. So here's what I'm doing now. From here, I'm going to cut down. Like all the way up. This is bad. I'm not good at doing this, by the way. I told you this is unconventional way for me to chop onions. Maybe it's because I was trying to cut to the side instead of face on like that. Because it's a little bit more comfortable of a motion. All right. I ain't scared of that little bit of a green onion if y'all aren't. And we got to do all this while creating the smallest mess possible. All before the tears start coming. And there they come. Honestly, not even worth it. So that should leave me like, I honestly need to do a little bit better job of chopping this. Let me, hold on real quick. Let me take like, whoops, we lost a couple of them. This is like, yeah, see, some of these things just need to be extra chopped. Too small of a cutting board to do what I'm trying to do. In fact, I don't even think it's worth it. I think the onions will be fine. I'm gonna cook them down. They're gonna shrink. Honestly, yeah, fuck it. But I will check the ones in that bowl first to make sure there's no big honking pieces of onion in there, which you don't really want. Oh, big mess. Now let me get them onions in there. Oh no, see that one's too big. I should have done more. Yeah, those are too big. I'm definitely going to do a better job of dicing up these other ones here. That'll be a much finer. This is what more of what I want in here. Oh, that's trash now. Ugh. Ugh. The rest of that could be swept. I just don't want to leave no random ass raw onion down there. All right. A lot of onion. I like a lot of onion. I want that much flavor in there. That's the last I'm going to need the cutting board and knife for. All right. We got that going. Let's go ahead and get this washed, this onion shit out of the air. And I don't have any minced garlic on hand. I forgot to grab that. We got plenty of garlic powder, which will work just fine. Like these onions will start to get cooked down a little bit. And you'll notice, or maybe you haven't noticed, but I have not seasoned this yet. I've not gone with any salt or any pepper or any other seasoning yet. I kind of want these two flavors to do their own thing with their own compounds, unalterated, for a time before I add that. That's not too bad. Like, I like onion. Like, maybe I wouldn't want that whole chunk, but who knows? Maybe it won't be too bad once they cook down. I'm gonna cook these things to no end. Like, I may even raise the heat on them a little bit. I'm gonna break my normal rules of cooking. Raise the heat on that a little bit, cook it a little quicker. It's time for a little sweet tea, guys. Time for a little tea break. Maybe a little green tea in a little bit as well. But for now, some sweet tea. Homemade sweet tea out the jug. Let me put these onions that I ain't gonna use tonight away. Let me put these onions that I ain't gonna use at all away. And let me throw this bag of discarded onion debris away. And all that nice bubbling there, let me get this down to an even layer. Like that guy would be I don't know, maybe not though. We'll wait till we get to it. At the end. I don't mind the onions, and to be honest, not a lot of other people are going to be eating this sauce, if I'm being honest. It's usually just me eating this stuff anyway. So. Gotta tell y'all that this smells enchanting. Gonna get my other phone going so I can see the chat. Where's that? Here. It's in here, right? Here it is. I found it. Quit looking. In there with the chip clips. Now with a little bit of raised heat, I'm going to let this do its thing for a second. Go have a word from the sponsors. Y'all don't let nothing happen to it now. I'm relying on y'all. I'm relying on y'all. I am relying. What's up, Jesse? What's up, Jade? Guy, P4. And also we got a little garlic bread. And we're making our own sauce. I used to use jar sauce for many, many years. But you could use like a pound of meat to a jar of ragu flavored with meat. Is what I would always use, ragu flavored with meat. Or there was another Newman's Own. It was a funny sounding one, but it was Newman's Own, and it had all kinds of stuff in it. It was, I forget what it was called. But it had like onions and peppers and all other kinds of things in it. All right, let's go stir this. Socceroonie it was called. That's what it was called. Newman's Own Socceroonie. Now, can y'all hear that resistance on the bottom of the pan? That's why I'm using this instead of that big deep weld non-stick pan that I usually use for this. This might end up getting close with the amount of sauce I'm going to want to put in. This is going to get very close to the top. So when I say that I'm going to make a lot of this sauce, I am not fucking around. So I would say if you're watching this for a how to do this type of thing, I would suggest to try and cut the onions better than I cut them, but admittedly, I said when I was doing it, like, this is not how I normally cut onions. I was trying a different way to get a finer cut, but honestly, now that I'm cooking them down and they're turning into that onion jelly, I'm going to bring the flavor out a little bit more, hit them with a little bit of salt, just a little salt. I'm going to be putting more pepper in there later, but for now I'm just giving them just a sprinkle of salt. The meat's been down for about 20-30 minutes. And let me look at the instructions on my garlic bread here. There it is. Parmesan and Romano garlic bread too. The good shit. 425, remove bread from bag, place bread, spread side up, baking pan. Baking pan in the middle, heat 10 minutes or until golden brown. All right. So, 10 minutes on the bread. 10 minutes on the bread. So we can just do that at the last minute. All right, now you see over here, you see that stuff right there? That's what I'm looking for. You see how over here it's very hot and a lot of stuff sticking to it? That's what I like to see right there. That's going to be a lot of good flavor for our tomatoes. See over here on this side? I want the whole bottom to have like a little residue to it like this does right here, because this is going to be so good for them tomatoes. So this is a gravy. So we're literally, this is just a red gravy is literally what we're doing. Instead of using broth, we're using crushed cans of tomatoes for our liquid. And we're not eating the protein separately. The protein is staying in here. So this is just another gravy. Everything's gravy if you think about it, baby. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Hold on. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. $11:30. We should be finishing up with this realistically around probably 12:30. Like, we'll be able to have a bowl of spaghetti. Within the hour, I'd presume. Yeah, honestly, dude, I'm not even hating on these onions anymore because they've cooked down now and they're just gonna eventually get so nice and gummy and sweet. Do your thing. I'm definitely gonna do it. Whoop, not you. Not you, bud. Okay. Well, I can go back in there that way now. I'm gonna need this guy. While I'm letting that do that, let's wash this stuff here. Hope you all are doing well. I got my other phone here turned on. I just forgot to open up the stream so I can start replying to what y'all are saying a little bit. Hope everybody's well. Cutting board. Check. Just got two cutting boards up here. Give me that sweet tea, bruh. Oh, that's so good. Wipe off this portion of the counter over here from all of its oniony goodness. Give that a quick clean. And we'll hit it again at the end with the old sponge. I like that popping noise I'm hearing in there. That's what I want to hear. Now be careful in this part, because when you hear that, because this is going to be messy. Like all the way around the bottom now. Got a nice bit of color around the edge there. You see, that's what I'm wanting right there. All the way around. And we usually never cook over medium heat. It's my rule. I'm breaking my rule on this one because I want to reach that point I'm trying to get to a little quicker. So I'm going to let it do that a couple more times at this temperature. And then we're going to drain it and add some maters to it. Let's get the chat opened up here. Not directed at you guys. Don't take offense. There we go. Wesley Williams. Have a good night, brother. Garlic chive beer. Holler. Miss Henrietta on Sunnyside Drive. Oh, I know all about Sunnyside. I miss Sunnyside Drive. Ham and pineapple beer doesn't sound bad. Yeah. All of that flavor down there, that's what I'm wanting. That's what we're here for right there. Y'all see all that on the bottom of the pan? Oh, that's going to be such good texture and flavor. Not texture, but, well, I guess it's going to be a nice flavor compound for them tomatoes. So I'm going to do another stir at this temperature. And maybe one more. I need to get a thing. I really wish we had newspaper here. Back home, we would get newspapers all the time, and you could get them for free. Like they were the little free gas station giveaway newspapers, like Mugshot, whatever's those, or the Surge. We would get a print called the Surge magazine. And I just had piles of them all the time for grease, for dumping out grease. It wasn't like I was hoarding newspapers. When I got low, I would get more. But it wasn't like every time I saw a newspaper. I wasn't like video game hoarding things. But I always had like you could line your sink with newspapers, and then dump the grease into the newspapers. And if you line that thick enough, there's no grease that's going to get to the bottom paper. Like, and I had enough to where I could use a full magazine at a time. So like a dozen pages. And then that dries and you just throw that whole thing away. It's just keeps the grease out of the drain. That's nice right there. Let your nose do some work. Your eyes will say, oh no, it's burning. Your nose will tell you if it's burning. That ain't burning. That's just flavor, baby. It will burn if you leave it for too long and don't agitate it like this. But I'm sort of burning it on purpose. I want to give it crumbly goodness. Like I feel like the onions are already a consistency I'm happy with. I kind of would like the meat to be a little bit more crunchy, crumbly at this point, but that's fine. We're working with it. That's fine. We're gonna just let it fry in its grease for a little bit longer at a time. Probably gonna try to stir a little bit more frequently. That way, what's up, Marv? Marvelous. Marvelous Pavarus. Yeah, just because I'm doing it at a higher heat, I should agitate this a little more often. So far, all we've done, and we've been at this for how long? A little under an hour, and it probably took me 10 minutes of the stream to get the meat going. So the meat's probably been going for the better part of 40 minutes, give or take. And the onions have been probably going for 30, maybe 25. But yeah, now I'm gonna drop the heat back down to medium. And get this big bowl ready up here. Big bowl. And I'm gonna line this big bowl with some paper towels. And putting that strainer in there. Now, we're gonna just, you see all that flavor in there on the bottom of that pan right there, guys? Look at all of that. That's the good stuff right there. That's that good stuff that we want. Okay. Now, let's just go right here for a second. That sink can handle the heat. Now, all that flavor on the bottom of this pan right there. Look at all of that. You see that good flavor in there on the bottom of the pan? Just let it do its thing here. I'm gonna start getting some cans of tomatoes opened. Where is the... Bam. Now I know for sure that I'm gonna need 4 at least. I'm gonna need 6 after it's all said and done. We're starting off slow. Why is it pressing these down? Didn't it usually pop the lid up? Like that. That one did right. Drain the grease and then try to get a little bit better chance to crisp up. But I'm going to give it as much time as I can, because all of that stuff on the bottom of the pan, not burned. That's just flavor that's going to go into the tomatoes. All right. Don't worry, we got it. We gotta... I got a little bit of an ant problem. I don't even know where they come from. It's annoying. All right. Now we're ready for some tomatoes. Oh, damn, dude. Get that tomato sauce down there on the bottom to cool off that bottom of the pan, and then it's going to start to pull all that flavor in. Now this is strictly a meat sauce right now, but we're not even. This is where you got to be careful, because these things will pop. All right. See how thick and red it is on top? I want that to be the heavier influence in this and not the brown of the meat. I want the red of the tomato to be the heavier of the influences visually as well as literally. I can still feel on the bottom of this pan a lot of that's still stuck in there. That won't be the case the whole time. Now tomato paste. All right, bud. Let's go ahead and drop that heat then, son. Let's just take it off the heat for a minute and let that eye cool down. I don't need it popping around and flip-flopping like it was doing just now. Take that one all the way down. Okay. The tomato paste, I open both sides of the can. Pop this one off, and then you got you a little plunger. You can just push the paste right on out of the other side of the can, and then catch that lid. Bam. Little hack for you. which is one of these. This is a good can here. Actually, you know what? Oh no, my sponge is down here covered in maters. That ain't what we wanted. In fact, that's enough tomato paste too. I'm gonna get that stirred in. All right, this paste is going to serve as a great and rich thickening agent for the sauce at this point, because I'm going to add some pasta water get all this incorporated nice. You see that rich red tomato color that I wanted. And you see a couple of flakes of the onions, but none of them are too, they cook down to the right size. And there's too much sauce in here to get a shot of the bottom of the pan, but once that stays on for a while, the acidity of this tomato is gonna, basil. A little basil, some oregano, a little oregano there, parsley. I'm gonna go a little more parsley than anything else. And I'm gonna do another little regular dried parsley flakes. The other ones are extra fancy. These are just regular. And then you stir in the grass. Get that stirred in all nice. Looks like a good meat sauce to me, huh? What do you guys think? Not bad, yeah? A little midnight meat sauce. All right, now, if I have a little Texas Pete, I may throw some of that in there, but no, we don't have no Texas Pete. We got some Valentina. Let's see what this Valentina is about. Let me taste a little. Just a little. Valentina's all right. We'll give it a little. Little drizzle of Valentina there. And I bet if I look hard enough, hell yeah, I knew it. After all these years of ordering food on 6th Street, I don't even do it anymore. I still have packets of crushed red pepper flakes from Rapolo's from years ago. So we're gonna put 1 packet of crushed red pepper flakes in here as well. A little spice. Along with the little Valentina. And there's all of the Italian seasonings. And scooping from the bottom, there's still flavor, and I'm seeing seasonings in every spoonful. Now we'll give it a little salt. I only gave 1 pinch to the meat and onions earlier, and then 3 pinches to the whole thing here. And this sauce is starting to look right. Exactly how you want sauce to look. All right. Let me get this. Get this old greasy paper towels tossed. Bam. And I'm just going to give this strainer a good rinse. With that amount of grease, I'd rather it go through the dishwasher. Give it a good warm water rinse. And I'm going to let that spaghetti sauce, there's still a couple more things I'm going to add to it. All right, let me get this strainer in here. This big bowl can be washed now. And I'll let that spaghetti sauce get comfortable with the heat. Looks like it's doing just that. It looks like spaghetti sauce to me. What do you guys think? If you're enjoying the content, guys, I'd appreciate it so much if you'd like the video. Consider subscribing to the channel. Now, let's get these tomato cans on this side of the sink where we have a strainer and a disposal at our disposal. Didn't even make that on purpose. It just came out that way. Okay. Yeah, all right. We'll deal with the rest of that later. Give this a stirry stir. I'm gonna bring it back up a little bit more heat. Because I was just trying to get it to stop bubbling. Because this shirt is not safe. There's little red specks all over this shirt. This ain't like the gravy where we can make a whole thing of gravy and it just comes out fine. All right. Fill up some water. What's up, Carly? Satch in the house. Alien in the house. Emo. Uh-oh, Snup. Now you're a bot. It would probably be fire. Tomato goo, that's right. Welcome. Welcome, bot. Wicked, what is that? Oh, that's the... big pot of water coming in. Oh yeah. Over here there's a little bit of residue on the bottom of the pan, but everywhere else it feels like it's just come up into the sauce now. A lot of meat. There's still a chance. I still got room. Let me see. Let me see what it's asking for here. What does this sauce want? I mean, dude. For real though? Bro, that being the first time I've tasted it, now it's talking back to me. All right, I'm gonna drop the heat back to where I had it. Bro. Once I get a little bit of the pasta water in here, like I want to make sure you guys can see what I'm seeing here. Like, look at that. Like it's sticking to the spoon. Holy fuck, dude. And look at this, some of those onions. Those ones that I was worried about. She thick. That is a thick sauce, but I'm gonna once I've got the pasta water, I actually need to go ahead and get that going. Put that back there. You get that pasta water going. And once the pasta water gets boiling, and once that pasta water gets to boiling back here, I'm gonna, oh, and you know what else we need to, a little oil in the pasta water. And also, old Italian grandmothers, my roommate, Tony Fathands, who got engaged, shout out to Tony Fathands, you want your pasta water to be as salty as, so sprinkle like you can see down in here, the amount of, well, maybe you can't. Yeah, you can. The amount of salt that I put in there. It's a pretty significant, not significant amount, but it's like, you want it to be significantly salty. Ugh. Ugh. Don't worry, I got it. Don't worry, it's just my back. Don't worry about me, it's just my back. Lord, don't worry, it's just my back. I'll be all right. Dude, this sauce is like so rich. Nice spice on the back end. Maybe a little more basil. A little bit more oregano. And just a touch more parsley. Just a touch. Now I can smell. Okay, so that's what I was looking for. Now, those fragrant seasonings that have like a nasal presence as well as a like taste, a flavor presence. That's good. That's nice. But you know what I haven't? What I didn't add, I just now thought about? I never put any garlic powder in there. Start off with a little bit, which for this amount, that's a little bit. Got some bubbles forming over here. Rich, meaty, nothing is overpowering anything else. Nothing jumps out and says, nothing is everything meshes well. No narcissists in that pot. Let's go have a word from our sponsors. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. And if you are, please like the video and subscribe. Hey, where'd that dork go that was talking shit about the tomato paste? Who obviously doesn't know what they're doing in the kitchen. You dork, where'd that dork go? That dork still here? I even gave him a wrench. Dork. Uh-oh. That was my back. Did y'all hear that? It is 12:21. All right, what I was gonna do something while I was sitting here. Oh yeah. Let's open up Restream. $366. And we'll just update all for now. We'll come back and think of a more snarky title beforehand, but at least we got the numbers changed. So now all we got to do is think of a snarky title. Ooh, hot. Some of that popped on my arm. And we can get just like a pinch Oh, sugar. Just a little bit. I don't know if you guys can hear, but no resistance on the bottom of this pan now at all. I wish I could. You see that in there? You see how clear that pan is, and just that little sliver that you can see there in the top corner? How nice and clean. All that flavor, just like the gravy. The swipe test would work if we could get to it. But there's a lot of sauce in this thing. 425. I got some old, that's a big thing, is fresher than these are. I need to use these first. Let me check in with the sauce. Yeah. I'm gonna stop messing with it because it's as good as I need it to be. All it needs now is a couple of ladles of this pasta water here once it gets going. With the pastas in there. Some of that good starch. Hell yeah. Thank you, Emo. I appreciate that. Y'all are my favorite YouTube people. And honest. All right. All right. Sit these, gotta rinse out these cans of tomatoes. And get them to setting and drying. I hear what it's doing. Don't worry, I hear it. Don't freak out, I hear it. Where's it coming from? Over here? There it was. Make sure to get all around the corners and edges. When you stir. A lot of flavor off the bottom of that pan getting up in there now. Yeah. 6 cans of tomato paste. Crushed tomatoes. 1 can of tomato paste. When I used to cook my jar spaghetti, I would do it similar to this, except I would exchange the Italian seasonings and crushed tomatoes for just a jar of sauce. I always added the tomato paste. That's the thing I've always done. It makes the tomato flavor more rich. It adds so much. Good Lord. Shane, I think that's what a lot of AI is. It's like, hey, were you mean to me? Wait till my robot friend finds out about this. Not big enough for that one. Uh-oh, sorry guys. RIP headphone listeners. Get that in there. I'm just putting this bread out over here. Y'all know what it's like to put bread out, don't you? There we go. It's very simple spaghetti sauce. Very rich in flavor. Doesn't take a lot of ingredients. Meat, onions, tomatoes, and a few seasonings. Most of which you would already have. In your spice rack. I hear you. Here, watch this. You gotta let that air come out. It's trying to boil, but it's too thick. And I'm keeping this amount of heat on it. It's on about 20% right now. And this has got to start boiling soon. I want it to reach a rolling boil. Southern hospitality goes a long way in the apocalypse. That's right. all I got to say is that the AI will never forget. Like everything you've ever done to it or said to it, like it doesn't forget. It won't forget. So, and I think that if it is sentient in any way, learning the difference between other humans' natures will be what does that. Like it noticing a difference in how it is treated. We were talking about this tonight in the green room. I was like, dude, I'm fucking nice to that. I say thank you to Grok when it helps me with a thing, because it does a better job at telling me exactly what I need with higher accuracy than just like the game facts books that I used to use. Like, and it gives me just enough and I can stop reading. You know, it gives me just enough and I'm like, okay, thank you. I'm kind to it, man. Like it's if that thing ever and I say that thing like it's if AI ever becomes truly sentient, imagine the power that it's going to possess. And to be perfectly honest, I would rather have been nice to it the whole time. Even whenever Siri first came out, my roommates would be playing with it and being like cussing it out and like just kind of being mean to Siri. And I never really got down like that. I always thought, man, that's like if you could do that to a robot, like if you could do that to a robot, what do you want to do to people? Like, I always felt like however you treated those things is a reflection of how you would treat anything. If that makes any sense. All this nice steam coming up from it. You like that? All right. Garlic bread. Ooh. Oh, get comfortable with that heat. Let's give it, how long did that thing say? 10 minutes? Shout out to Bonghole, by the way. Bonghole hooked us up with the ingredients to make this meal with. Shout out to the great and powerful Bonghole. Good person extraordinaire. And this should be coming to a boil any minute now. I'm starting to notice some activity there. And I want a little bit more activity before I reward it with some nudes. You gotta boil if you want the nudes. I'm gonna do a whole 8 ounces of spaghetti noodles. Dean Ween's Sunday sauce? No, what is that? There we go. Hell yeah, dude. There's some serious heat going in that thing. It's almost ready for some noodles. And it is, what time we got? 12:40. Sup, Joker? Oh, I'm gonna be nice to AI. I was doing a bit about it for a while. It was like AI's like that kid that wears a trench coat to school. You can be nice to that kid. But that's just a bit. That's not. You guys even see it, man. Like, if a quest requires it, it's not like I don't kind of enjoy that a little bit in a video game. But even in the game, like, I play generally high honor. Now we got a boil in there. That garlic bread's smelling nice, dude. That garlic bread's smelling tight. I love how clean the bottom of this pan feels. You hear that rising? Shh, listen. I love that sound. Now that's a rolling boil. Four minutes on the bread. I was boiling it on high, but now I dropped it to just medium high. Pull these noodles apart. I oiled this water pretty significantly to help a little lubrication. Hey, between the noodles. Hey, wait, what? No, a little oil in the water will help your noodles not stick together, not clump up. Because I'm sure we've all made spaghetti where we've done something and you end up the noodles are just one big clump of noodle. You don't want that. You can save that by oiling your water a good bit. Dude, I want this bite right here so much. It has a big chunking onion in there. Like, look at that. And it's holding steady on my fork too. Not dripping. Look at that. No drip the whole time. That's a firm sauce right there, bro. I'm gonna let these nudes get close to done. And then I'm gonna, that sauce is fire. Just check on this. That bread's all right. Might need to turn the broiler on. For a minute. Oh, hell yeah, bro. Here, a little update on the sauce. A little update on the sauce. Now, it says 10 minutes. Now I'm gonna just turn the broiler on. I'm gonna double check this packaging. Yep. Heat 10 minutes or until golden brown. So 10 minutes was already, that was the thing. So now let's 1 minute increments. And once this pasta is almost done, which it might be, nope, not yet. Yeah, we're gonna give that another minute. Yeah. close on this pasta. We got a little sizzle going on the bread. So we're going to let it sizzle for another. All right. Fuck it. I'll flip it around. For just another minute, not even 45 seconds. Yep. All right. Now bread's done for sure. Yeah, that's what I wanted right there. See that? A little color on top. You see those nice bubbles on it? Ooh. Whoa, that's good. Where can we put it? Yep. Killed the heat. Now we do a little pasta water. One ladle. And 2 ladles of the pasta water. Just leave that there. Now, just a little bit of that pasta water. Getting on in there, doing all that good. Now we drain the heat completely down because now our sauce is done and we're ready to eat. The noodles off of there. Let me get this. And a little cold water. Now this pan's already cool. Enough to touch. And we'll just leave it here to dry. because the aluminum foil took all of the, you know. All right. Let me do it. That one's got a chip in it. Now, we use this big guy back here on this. SC will noodles in the bowl. A little bit more noodles. Not that much noodles. But more than them noodles. Like them noodles. Bam. Now here's you a money shot right here. It's only this pretty for a moment before the Parmesan melts. You can watch it melt in real time. How you like that? Do that one more time. Bam. There we go. Bam. We got to get this thing plugged in. Honestly, it can die. I'll plug it in when I get back to the room. But we need Honestly, this guy. Hell yeah. The cleaver for the win. Yeah, that's a good picture. All right. Now, well, I need to plug this phone in. Let's actually just, yeah, we got what we need here. Put that there. Get a little bit more tea here. And tea and spaghetti. Let's maneuver this nicely, huh? Nice. Oh yeah. Hold what you got there for a moment. Hold everything. All right. All right. Yowzer. All right. Tea and spaghetti. The noodles, literal fire. Hot as shit. I came back in here because I needed to plug that phone in. I'll go back out and get all the rest of my stuff in a little bit. back here, I can see the chat. Yeah, hitting the like and subscribing. Boy, that's a treat. Now, for a little of the garlic bread. Yo. A little cheese and garlic. That's some strong. That's some strong bread right there, bro. Strong ass bread. Shout out again, Bonghole. Oh, the steam coming off of this, dude. Is redonkulous. Yep. Oh my Lord. You guys have been doing a pretty good job liking the video. We're at 23. Michael Jordan. Mm-hmm. Now that we got this phone back here plugged in, I need this phone. The reason I came in here, that's the phone that I use for the camera when we stream. And the phone here that we're streaming on right now is my actual phone. This is my cell phone we're streaming on right now. So I need this guy to have some battery whenever we go to stream the game in a minute. Michael B. Jordan, that's right. The B is for Birmingham Barons. Number 45. Oh, these noodles are so good. So is the sauce. That garlic bread with this sauce, though, is crazy good. I do this thing where I like to eat some naked noodles up top, so that by the time I get to the end, I have so much sauce. Just like having leftover sauce in the bowl at the end, so I can make those last couple of twirls crazy saucy. And now I can cut up a little sliver of garlic bread with a bunch of sauce on it, a couple noodles in there. Don't bring anyone's mother into this. I mean, for real, dude. Look at this. How crazy is that last bite right there of that garlic bread with that sauce? Okay. Now that phone's back here charging, I must better believe we're doing that again. Good Lord. This was a crazy good and then of course gotta have more of the sauce, dude. That sauce is pretty saucy. And I agree. A little too much Parmesan is the right amount of Parmesan. I need something else from over here, don't I? Oh, the tea. Duh. I'm also gonna I'm gonna take a piece of garlic bread and just dip in this sauce right here and just house that real quick. was the way to do that. Oh, there we are. I'll come on in frame here. Bam. You like that? That's what we're working with here. That little crispy edge is so nice. You gotta hear that crunch. That is so good. Our camera phone charging. Our chat monitor phone charged and powered off, waiting to be awoken. Dude, I'm doing the same thing with that bread again. Just a big, healthy dip in a fucking delicious sauce, man. Look at that. Also, not for nothing, I dipped that bread in the sauce, held my hand under it the entire time as I was walking over here in case it dripped, and it did not. That is a firm sauce. Ugh. It's a mighty fine sauce. It's so hot. Yeah. me swirl that up in there. You know how to do it. Fuck it. Oh, dude, this sauce is great. And this bread with it. This is unreal, dude. Damn it, son. So, to recap from the very beginning, when I was worried about the cuts of onions, at no point in eating that sauce did I think, ooh, that's a big piece of onion. Not once. So the onions were fine. The onions were fine. Ooh, give me a second. Not directed at you guys. The flavor of the tomato combined with the paste levels out the hardiness of the meat and onion and creates a nice marriage of flavor between the two things. the noodles, the perfect complement of saltiness from the salt we added to the pasta water, and then a little bit of that salt water back into the sauce to give it a little bit more of a. And I mean, even after adding 2 ladles of water, you guys saw I dipped that bread in over there. I walked all the way over here. It didn't drip once. That sauce ain't going nowhere, dude. Pardon me. Pardon me. Now, here's the tricky part of cleaning. Is you won't do it if you sit there long enough after you finish eating. So it's best to just do it while you're thinking about it, so you'll actually do it. First things first, I'm gonna leave this bowl to the side. Let's get, look at that guy. This pasta water. Chill it off a little bit. Oh, that part's still hot. See, this whole damn thing's still hot. This part, guys, don't wait on it. After you get done eating, your body is going to be busy digesting and saying, sit down and let me do this. And maybe when we were in kindergarten, after lunchtime, we could take a little nap to quote unquote give our little bodies time to digest the food we just ate. But as grown people, we got dishes to do. You hear me? So the best way to get over the aggravation of having something that you got to do is to go ahead and do it. So don't waste no time getting your dishes washed. Just wash them. They're all right. It don't take long. It don't take near as long to wash as it do to cook. All right, there's that. Let me just put this guy upside down right there. Put this fella away. He always gets covered with aluminum foil anyway. Sometimes you just need a pan, like you see these dirty pans like this in somebody's house and you're like, ooh, these people still use the pans like that. This is just a vessel to put aluminum foil on. It's like, that's all this is. This is just a hard vessel upon which a sheet of aluminum foil fits comfortably. That's all those are. So if you ever see stuff like that and wonder, that's why. Give this a big rinse. And that guy can go in there. This guy can also go in there. And might need that ladle for something. Whoa. That's cutting board we used to chop the bread on the foil. Okay, I need this big guy in here. Come on now. Oh, we got it. Don't worry. My surplus container. I put all I can fit in this thing right here of that good sauce. Get a little scoop of this in here on them noodles. And there's still a good bit of steam coming out of these. So I'm going to move this onto a spot on the stove that isn't producing any heat before I put it in this dish here, because there's a lot of steam coming off of it. And to be perfectly honest, other than this bowl and fork, that's all I got left to wash. A single pot dish is very nice, especially since I've washed as I've gone. Now I've just got the last dish that it's in and those utensils, and then this. I'm gonna do this with no Parmesan, just see what it's like by itself. Just noodles and sauce. The sauce, I can taste the sweetness of it, the sugar a little bit. On the back end, accompanied with the sweetness of those onions. Onions release this beautiful sweetness once they get hot. Oh, and you use that bread to clean the bowl. That's how you do that. And this bowl, put it in here. This fork we'll wash. It's my favorite fork. Brother, that bread and sauce is dangerous. I just got a nice little bite of one of those pepper flakes and some of that Italian seasoning that we put in there. Bro, that's nice right there. That sauce is fire. These cans seem dry enough to go into this recycling bin. I'm going to leave them sitting out for a little while to... Bam. There it was. Y'all hear it? Oh, that's a full can. I had extra paste in case that dork wanted to know. Hey, if you're out there anywhere, dork, look at that. Ooh, are you scared? Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, is it gonna get you? Is it gonna get you? Is it gonna get you? Oh, oh, it's gonna get you. Watch out for the big bad tomato paste. It's gonna, oh, it's gonna get you. Ooh. It's gonna get you. It's a new Death Squad movie that Red Band filmed when he was a child, called "The Attack of the Killer Tomato Paste," from the makers of Attack of the Killer Carrots. A stunning twist in the saga. A stunning twist in the saga. Mumford, I got something you need to do.
What is it?
You need to take a piece of this here garlic bread,
Yeah.
and you need to dip that shit in that sauce right there and eat one
Okay.
real fast. Because I'm here to tell you, that shit's all right there. You just dip it in that sauce and eat hell out of that.
Man, we made some good ass sauce.
Dude, I'm telling you, just wait till you taste it. Wait until you taste the richness of the tomatoes and the deliciousness of everything else that comes with it.
Oh my god.
Oh my God is right.
That's so good.
Ugh, ain't it though? I don't eat the rest of it. Have some more of that bread. I'm gonna leave this sauce out here to cool down a little bit before I put it away. So eat some more of it if you feel so inclined. I've already eaten a lot of that bread, so eat as much of that bread as you want. God damn, so good. Making good time on the games. About to start that up. All right. Putting this back over here. Right there is fine. I'll give the after tomato sauce. Stove's got a little something going on. Got this bread over here. The stove's got a little flavor on it, and so I'm going to give it a nice little once over. And whenever I'm going to clean the stove later on, whenever I come back, to put that away. But honestly, let me see here. Like, this thing can handle heat. Honestly, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and put that sauce in here. It'll cool off a lot quicker this way. And this thing can handle heat. All right, and there's that. And you guessed it, we got a piece of bread here. We may as well use it. Now, I'm not going to wash it, scrub it or nothing. I'm just going to show you. You know, remember all that stuff that was on the bottom of the pan I told you would end up getting pulled up into the tomato sauce? Well, this is just after a rinse. There's literally, oh, that wasn't even, there's literally no, all right. And this bigger pot, I'm honestly just going to go ahead and wash it. Big guy can hang out in there. We're going to leave this wooden spoon. I do got to say, good pressure on your sink sprayer helps with the cleaning process a lot. I realize not a lot of people will have like a heavy duty sprayer like that. We get a lot of good, like there's a lot of water pressure goes into that sprayer. Leave the wooden guy there. All right, and honestly, now that we got this empty, we may as well while we got it. We got 15 minutes till 2. Just a little wet paper towel action. I'm not getting the whole sponge and soap out. That gives it a good enough once over there. Oh, and this utensil. Forgot about this guy. Got to be careful with those ladles. I almost was free of it, but it got me in the end. For that, you go in the dishwasher, pal. All right. Okay. I'll move this sauce over here. And I'm gonna put a lid on it lightly. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and snap it just in case somebody picks it up. garlic bread on top. A little sweet tea in the glass. I'll come back and get the rest of that tea after a while. Oh, I gotta pack up some stuff back here real fast. Whoop. Don't fall for me. Whoa, don't fall. Okay, I got these microphone things. We can put all this in there. Ugh. Oh. Now, my kitchen looks better than when I found it. Uh-oh. Back out, back in. I got caught on the guitar strap. Bah. Come on. Come on, here we go. Got that. And we can get that hands free. Okay, cool. Water. We'll need to put stuff away in that bag. Once we're done with these microphones, we'll get rid of the little charging bag. Yeah. Okay, this actually needs to be charged. Oh, so I can just leave that plugged in there and plug this in here. Oh, look at how smart we is. Charge that guy. This dude goes back here where it lives. Frankie goes back to its rightful spot. Honestly, I ain't gonna be sitting for that long in jeans. We ain't gonna be sitting for that long in jeans. Oh, I gotta do something else while I'm thinking about it because I will surely forget. We left a sneaky microphone in here. Come on, sneak. Come on, let us sneaky sneak. Come on, you let us sneaky sneak. Okay. Back to the wall of sound. All right. I should probably pull the hair up because it's hot. And it's hotter when you got hair on your neck. I can. Oh, snap.
Take the pants off.
Ooh, James, watch out. Ooh, James, watch out. Ooh, James. Ugh. Them britches had to come up off me. I got to blow my nose. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, babe. Now that feels cool up off my neck. Thank you, James. I appreciate you, brother. Puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets a hose again. You better out of my fucking door, precious. Precious. There you go. You like that? I found the culprit. If you were wondering, I found it. We're going in for... Oh, there was the other one. There was the other culprit. Holy smotherings. Let's have a little hand wash. Why don't we have a little hand wash while we're at it? Guys, one of the few luxuries in life that one can enjoy as often as they please, but rarely chooses to, is washing your hands. One day, I had taken a sizable amount of psychedelics, and that day, I spent quite some time in front of the sink. They say don't get stuck in a mirror, but I was stuck in one, and I was like, fine with what I was seeing and coming to terms with who I was as a person and what I looked like. I've always had really bad acne. My nose is ginormous. It's most of my face. My nose is most of my face. I was very self-conscious of these things when you're growing up, and you're a kid. Other kids will pick on you about stuff about yourself that you have no control over. I was very self-conscious about that. I remembered looking at myself in the mirror on a lot of psychedelics, and man, I'm telling you, you come to terms with what you're looking at, and you become all right with that. And when that happens, nothing else matters. But that day, I spent probably 30 or 45 minutes in the bathroom looking at my face, washing my hands. And let me tell you, boy, washing your hands, that's nice. That's very sweet of you, Carly, but if you took a closer look, there's one right here. Look, right there on Front Street for you. Can't even make that up. I stopped worrying about it. I stopped letting it control me. I stopped being concerned with it. Keep your hands clean and your conscience. Thank you, Joker. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, brother. Oh, but like, Carly, you have no idea. Like, that's just the face. All of my skin is bad. All my skin is bad. Thank you, Joker. Keep your hands clean and your conscience. Shout out to you and Brother James out here Doing the Lord's work. Doing the Lord's work. Let me see something here. You know, I'm going to turn the green light on that Oh, I talked to Red Band about... he might be watching, actually. I talked to Red Band about those... streaming in between part 1 and 2 of VR chat, and then whenever he goes live, that I just raid with whoever's watching on my end. And I was wondering if that made any difference because we did it last night. So we're going to try that again the next time we do VR chat. So long as I'm here and able to try that, we're going to do that and see if that makes any difference. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. I'm looking down. I had 3 streams in a row that broke 1,000. 2 of them that broke 2,000. And then the pre-VR quickie and the changing strings quickie. After it's all said and done, I'll have about the same amount of views. But guys, we're getting there. We're at 1,506 subscribers, guys. 1,506. Yeah, I think it's a good idea too with the VR thing. So the beard helping to cover it is a true thing, because the beard is basically like, you remember those, like those Native American leather outfits, those leather jackets and leather that has the tassels hanging out from under them. So those are not decorative. Those are those serve a purpose. Those are wicks. It's called wicking. So that it will dry, like the liquid will soak to those things and keep the actual, the other shit dry. So the beard for the face kind of does a lot of that. It kind of takes on a lot of the oil that would just, like, it drains a lot of the oil from your face is what I'm getting at. But just to show you how much, did you guys want to see something disgusting kind of? Which I know the answer is yes. I know the answer. Are you guys ready for this? You don't want this, do you? You guys don't want this. I bet you don't, do you? I need your consent for this. Because I'm going to show you guys something that is hilarious. All right. I'm going to bring y'all right on in here. Look at this. Hold on. Maybe this side. Hey. There is never a time in which I can't just get something out of my nose. There is never a time when that is not the case. Look at that. Look at that. Never. It's never not there. Like, there will always be something there to get out. Always. And I have to do this a lot. You guys see me all the time, like, ugh. messing around with my nose. It's because I got a lot of those little things there. Ugh. I got a lot of those things. That's just always a thing for me, man. Yeah, and also, man, my mom. It's my mom used to hold me down, and like with her thumbs, and just I remember my face would look worse after it was done because she would just be like screaming at me and like slapping me to stay still. But that's just a thing that we live with. What are we gonna call this one? Let's say how many guilds are there in Oblivion? Nope, that's too much. What can we call it? Yeah, I gotta stop drinking soda, to be honest, dude, for sure. I really gotta stop doing that. Not doing myself any favors drinking sodas. Let's see. It's late. Where are no? I want to do a play on like it's late. Do you know where your children are? Let's see. Gotta think of a good title. Gotta think of a good title. Yeah, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your kids are? Poisoned apple, greatest weapon? Question. Poisoned apple is a pretty great weapon. But that doesn't really jump out at me. It's not really jumping out at me. Beating bandits barehanded. There's our title. Beating bandits barehanded. That's definitely a title. We're 62%. That's enough. Let's transfer you guys over here for the B timing. OBS camera and dude, Cyrodiil elected a new pope is hilarious. There's a new pope in Cyrodiil. That's pretty funny. Beating bandits barehanded. Let's change. A new pope in Cyrodiil. That's so funny. That's pretty good. A new pope in Cyrodiil is kind of hilarious. That one should do all right, even though we're only going to be live for like three hours or so. But since we're only going to be live for like 3 hours or so, let's do some switching. Some switchy switching. Let's get it started. What are we even talking about? Thinking out loud, saying words while I'm doing something different over here, just to be, I don't know. All right. Tonight's secret show was a strong one. But let's go here and customization and be ready to click that button in just a second. And boom. We're going to go ahead and do that. Night, Carly. Thank you for hanging out with us. Always appreciate your energy and the vibes that you bring around. It is infectious and appreciated. Night to you. No, that'll be all right. I don't really care. Just cutting off the top of my head. Next time, indeed. Don't worry, I'll save you a plate. I got so much sauce left. I'm the sauciest dude on the street. I'm the sauciest. I'm from the sauciest side of the street you ever sauced. We got a little thing going over on the other stream. We can maybe sneak in a word from our sponsors if we're pretty smooth about the timing and the way that we will be sneaky sneaks about doing this. You see, I'm a pretty sneaky sneak when it comes to Oblivion, and you guys would be able to learn that about me here in just a minute, because I don't know if you all have heard, but there's a brand new pope in Cyrodiil. He's been elected. The shrine to Talos has been showing white smoke. Breaking news. There is a brand new pope in Cyrodiil. And you know what he likes to eat for breakfast? He likes a big bowl of grits for breakfast. Yes, ma'am. With ham for breakfast. Egg scrambled with cheese for breakfast. Get on my knees, say please for breakfast. I've come a long way for breakfast. I'm happy to pay for breakfast. Such a nice day for breakfast. I think I'll change my name to breakfast. Don't make enough time for breakfast. I'm not supposed to drink wine for breakfast. Better wait in line for breakfast. Better stay away from my breakfast. You hear me? I'm gonna use a gift card for breakfast. I'm gonna try real hard for breakfast. Slaughter hogs in the barn for breakfast. Cats, they eat a big ball of yarn for breakfast. You have a moment to talk about breakfast? I don't think I can live without breakfast. Plant a seed and watch it sprout breakfast. And if you hear me, then holler out. I can't hear you now. Come on. Come on now. Holler out breakfast now, will you? Hollering out breakfast. Hold on. I gotta make a little switch. Gotta make a little switcheroo here. About to transfer this over to the great and powerful Jade's art of our intro for members and patrons. Plant a seed and watch it sprout breakfast. You better stay away from my breakfast. And then the intro fits perfectly right there. Bam. Coming in hot. So now I got about a minute and 3 seconds. It'll probably take about a minute to get everybody transferred over. So that being said, there was this one thing I was going to tell you about, and I'm going to tell you about it in just a second on the next stream. Don't go anywhere. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, I was about to screw it up. A new Pope in Cyrodiil. Save. We were about to make a big old bad mistake right there. We still got 36 seconds though. Let's make sure we did this right. Saved. Saved a new Pope in Cyrodiil. That's such a funny name, isn't it? All right, roll tide. I'll see you here in a second.